We've been getting a lot of questions recently. Customers asking if our tune turns off the O2 sensor. The short answer, yes, but we don't. I am basically bringing this up because I just keep getting same questions over and over, and people think this is something that the tune will fix. Not running the any catalytic converters on the car. Sure, the tune can basically disable the secondary O2 sensors from functioning, but you know, that's just going to be a very short solution to that. Basically, yeah, sure, you won't see any check engine light. You might be able to pass the emissions. I mean, it really depends on the states and all that, but and the state law. But in the long run, it's gonna actually affect the car, how it's gonna perform, like gas mileage and all that stuff. For example, this is the Delphi ECU from 3.8 Genesis Coupe. I mean, keep it in mind that your cars are a lot newer than your friend's Honda Civic or, you know, Evo 8 or 9. I mean, Evo 8 and 9 probably shares the same, probably Continental Siemens based ECU, just like the Genesis Coupe 2.0. But just keep that in mind that you do have a newer cars that the ECUs are a lot smarter than you know, the older ECUs that you use in the 80s or 90s Civic, that you actually don't have any cat, it'll just bump up the horsepower like crazy. This is the Facebook picture I just put on for the, we just did the install recently, and did the headers and the downpipe and put a secondary just stock catalytic converters. And what we actually did was extend the O2 sensors to place the secondary O2 sensor after the cat. So you have the reading before, that's what the first sensors do, and you know, the secondary sensors actually do the calculations that it's actually working properly, and you do have less, you know, the readings than you don't have a check engine light that way. Sure, it's a cat efficiency right there, but and a lot of, I mean, some people, I don't know who started it, but some are actually making rumors that you know, only the first sensors are actually doing the air-fuel ratio and all that, and this only exists for the, you know, cat efficiency only. But the fact of the matter is, all of the sensors are used by the ECU for fuel management. This is the Corvette Z06 form, which actually shares the same Delphi ECU, just like the Genesis Coupe 3.8, and they're basically saying it's a fact that the rear O2 sensors are used for fuel adjustments and not used just for the cat monitoring. So do not let others suck you into that stupid excuse and leave them installed. That's what this tech advisor says, and this is actually common knowledge in that particular form. I'm not sure why, but all of a sudden, just people think you know, turning off the O2 sensor is just normal from the tune, and this is something magical that only certain vendors could do. But the fact of the matter is, we don't encourage it in the first place. Sure, you might get a couple ponies maybe for the, you know, first couple of months when, you know, the ECU is not done, you know, the learning process, but it's gonna actually act like you're not it were to not to have the first sensors, meaning the bad gas mileage, bad startups, and when it gets heat soak and, you know, engine gets heating up, it might run extremely lean, putting the motor into danger. And I've seen cases over in Korea that people blow up motors and stuff like that with that, you know, tune like that. Recently, one of the customers came from New York, and the car was acting up, and he bought this unnamed you know, headers from a certain manufacturer, and one of the salesmen actually told him to actually put a spacers in the front. And the car was acting up, obviously, and we actually had to fix it for him and give him a new tune. The car the car was like brand new car after all. But and people actually do the secondary space, put the secondary bungs to trick out the auto sensors. Apparently, it doesn't work for our cars, so people give up and have a check engine light on. It's gonna actually give you the same results. The car's gonna act up and give you a bad AFR ratings, and it's actually putting the motor into the danger. So don't run with the check engine light on. My recommendation is put the secondary cats back on, or don't even do the headers. So you actually have a first catalytic converters in the place, and just to replace the secondary cats with the test pipes or something, down pipe, or if you were to do the headers, yeah, get a race cat, which I don't even recommend, because if you actually see the factory, the catalytic converters are actually pretty good. They're like close to the race cat, and there are a lot of people actually running stock cats on their turbocharged 3.8 twin turbo or single turbo, and even our car actually runs with the stock catalytic converters, and it holds pretty good, and so far didn't have any issues. And at the end, the car's gonna run safe, and you're actually emission legal. It's not like you're actually making any pollutions or anything. And also the most important part, I think it's unethical. And especially the vendors actually encourage people not to put a cat. You might, again, you're gonna get some power probably for short term, but it's like I said, you're gonna actually pass on this whole environment to the next generation. I have 2 sons, and I like to have my 2 sons to live in the environment that has less pollution. I'm not gonna actually ruin this whole environment and be very selfish. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. Whether you like it or not, it's my opinion, like I said. And we as a vendor, we don't encourage it, and we're not going to actually provide any misinformation saying like, oh, the secondary cat auto sensor is not doing anything, so we could turn the secondary function off, and we're the only ones that actually could do this, and think it's like some magical thing they can only do or something like that. We don't do that kind of crap. You know what I mean? And once again, it's all your decision. But just want to put this out to you and give you, since there are a lot of false information floating around. Hopefully everybody gets a little bit educated today, and thank you. Have a good day.